President Rodrigo Duterte's former economic advisor Michael Yang on Monday, September 20, denies he financed Pharmally Pharmaceutical Corporation. Pharmally secured almost 10 billion pesos worth of pandemic contracts despite a measly capital.
Lincoln expressed that they do not have the financial capability. Kaya po si Mr. Yang nagpakilala ng mga friends who could support them in terms of their finances. Hindi po pera niya but rather yung mga pinakilala po niyang mga kaibigan.
Yang says he is not a financier or guarantor but a mere bridge to them. He does not mention who these supposed friends were. Yang's testimony counters the testimony of Pharmally chairman Huang Suyen and Pharmally director Lincoln Ong, who both named Yang as their financier. Pharmally needed a financier because it only had 625,000 pesos in capital when they started winning contracts. Senators flagged this as suspicious, especially with Yang being a former Duterte advisor. Senator Manny Pacquiao accepts the nomination of his party, PDP Laban, to run for president in 2022. In his acceptance speech Sunday, September 19, Pacquiao says they are ready to rise to the challenge of leadership.
Panahon na upang manalo naman ang mga naaapi. Panahon na upang makabangon ang bayan natin na lugmok sa kahirapan. Panahon na ang isang malinis na gobyerno kung saan bawat sentimo ay mapupunta para sa bawat Pilipino.
Pacquiao is the second politician to officially confirm his intention to run for the presidency. Senator Ping Lacson was the first to launch his campaign. Pacquiao also takes a swipe at President Rodrigo Duterte and his allies.
Sa mga nanunungkulan sa ating pamahalaan na patuloy na nagsasamantala at nagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan, malapit na kayong magsama-sama sa kulungan. Your time is up.
The warring factions of PDP Laban will still have to wait for the decision of the Commission on Elections as to which camp will be recognized for the 2022 elections. The other faction, led by Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi, earlier nominated Senator Bongo and Duterte to run for president and vice president respectively under PDP Laban. Go declined the nomination while Duterte accepted it.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
The Department of Education on Monday, September 20 says COVID-19 vaccinations are not a requirement for teachers joining the pilot run of limited face-to-face classes. In a press briefing on Monday, Education Secretary Leonor Briones says that regardless of their vaccination status, teachers aged 65 and below and those who do not have comorbidities can join the pilot run. Malacanang says President Rodrigo Duterte has approved limited face-to-face classes. This covers a maximum of 120 public and private schools in areas deemed low risk for COVID-19. DepEd has yet to release the list of schools that will participate in the pilot run. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says face-to-face classes in these schools will be held for only half a day every other week. The pilot run of limited face-to-face classes will be done in 120 schools for the following grade levels: kindergarten with 12 students, grades 1 to 12 with 16 students, and technical vocational students in senior high school with 20 students. Education Secretary Leonor Briones says DepEd has yet to determine the start of the pilot run but will implement it immediately after receiving instructions from the President. Former Social Welfare Secretary Dinky Soliman died on Sunday, September 19. She was 68. Soleman passed away due to complications from renal and heart failure. Soleman contracted COVID-19 in August along with her husband Hector and other family members, but survived the disease. Soleman was last seen in public during the wake of former President Noynoy Aquino in June, and was among those who paid tribute to her former boss. Soleman first headed the Social Welfare Department or DSWD during the administration of Gloria Arroyo, but later resigned when Arroyo was accused of fraud in the 2004 elections. In 2010, Soleman returned as the DSWD secretary of then-President Aquino. She steered the Poverty Alleviation Program 4Ps, the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program. Soleman also helped lead massive rehabilitation efforts in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Haiyan that devastated eastern Visayas. The Crown and Ted Lasso win the top prizes at television's Emmy Awards on Sunday, September 19 or Monday, September 20 Manila time. The Best Drama Series win for The Crown gives Netflix its biggest prize so far, while Apple TV Plus snags the Best Comedy Series win for Ted Lasso. This is the first for both streaming services, the first time a Netflix and Apple TV Plus series winning top awards at the Emmys. Olivia Colman, who plays Queen Elizabeth, and Josh O'Connor, who plays Prince Charles from The Crown, win Best Drama Actors. The Crown also brings wins for supporting actors Gillian Anderson, who portrays former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, and Tobias Menzies as the late Prince Philip, as well as for writing and directing. Jason Sudeikis, the star and co-creator of Ted Lasso, is named Best Comedy Actor. Kate Winslet, meanwhile, is named Best Actress for her role as a troubled detective in the limited series Mayor of Easttown, while Ewan McGregor wins for playing fashion designer Halston.